Hi there, Flash Trasman back with another episode of Suzerain. So let's get onto the main screen and see if I can remember where we were. Balance of power in Eastern Macopia. Right. Continue. Got two news icons. So let's have a look at the two news icons. Major military overhaul. Yeah, that's right. We went for the modern army. That's right. Went for the modern military. Geopolitical. We talked about immigration as well. Well, that didn't go well. That's right. 'Cause that didn't go well either, did it? Well, so far they've been able to get until knife signatures. Okay. Alright, let's hit continue. Proceed to the next turn. Are we ready? Let's do it. Okay. Wealth of nations. Okay. Let me know how you guys have been getting on. It'd be nice to hear what you guys have been doing in the comments. Let me know what you've been getting up to, what you've done, the state of your games. Alright, let's have a quick look around the map. They won't speak to us. They don't. Mind you, that's a bonkers military dictatorship. Cult of personality going on there. Wins election. General election held in Magnolia this week. It was a victory for the newest Democratic Union of Magnolia for this second time with its continuous as Prime Minister. Basically, we walked out of a meeting with him because he was an idiot, basically. We stormed out. Health requires more resources. Regarding currency needs for private. Serious questions about the gargantuan scale of effort required to solve the structural issues in health on Sordland. Calls for more financial resources. They want more money, basically. You know. Hidden power of men in uniform. I just radically, when you look at it, I can't bother reading the crackpot communists, this lot. Right. Anything else requiring our attention before we... That bothers me, the budget and negative. That's taking ages as well. Okay. Prioritisation plan proposal. Okay, requested meeting with Minister of Defence. Let's do this lot first. The Minister of Health has finalised a privatisation proposal plan in order to increase resources of the health system and increase quality of services through small-scale market competition. Additionally, the Ministry's report highlights the weakness Sordland has when it comes to a potential epidemic. That's given the current climate of the world at the moment with COVID. That's quite on topic with the current real-world scenario at the moment. Okay, basically privatisation. Again, living in the UK, that's a hot topic, privatisation of the health service at the moment. Minister of Justice files Urson versus Sordland concurrence. The Minister of Justice reviewed the Urson versus Sordland case and put forward its concurrence opinion before sending the dispute to the Supreme Court. The Vice Minister of Justice came forward agreeing with the case of Ishval Urson and pointed out at a majority court, dissent would do disservice to the legal procedure in the future, constitute the right cases. I actually have got no clue what this is about. Zero clue what this is about at all. I'm not sure I should do either. Oh well. I'm sure somebody will tell me about it at some point. The General Staff has convened at the Military Defence today to assess the security conditions of Sordland. More than 20 high-ranking officers were in attendance to discuss several war plans, the internal stability of the nation and the overall state of the armed forces. That sounds enjoyable. Anybody else want to speak to me if I speak to the military again? Yeah, let's have a go with that. Requested a meeting with Osef Lancia. Okay. Arrived at the cubic building that housed most of the military command that reside in Holsword. The grade brutally structure looked daunting. I bet it did. I never liked this building. It always made me feel like I was standing under the concrete foot of a giant getting ready to crush me. It made me feel small, and I never quite got used to the feeling, even after this many years. At the entrance, I was greeted by Asaf and his military entourage of young officers. "Welcome to the Ministry of Defence, Mr. President. Let's go to my office." We walked from corridor to corridor to reach the office. On the way, we were met with high-ranking officers as well as privates. Every time one of these soldiers saw me, they stopped and saluted me. We finally arrived at ASF's office. His entourage saluted us and left. We closed the door and took a seat. Where is Volkan? He usually partakes in all military meetings. This must be serious. Yep, This must be something serious, especially you invited me here. It's important you don't get misinformation on this matter. Volkan has another agenda. That's why he's not here. He leaned back. Who's this? And he gave support to President Rayne, lobbied for major conservative support in the 1953 election. And we said he's an old guard. Okay, this is not going to go well. The situation in Rumbig is getting worse, and if it wasn't for investments in the military, I would be even more concerned. We are prepared for the worst, aren't we? Truthfully, not fully prepared. We're still going through a few changes in the military to be able to confront them if such a day was to arrive. Our efforts to restructure the military should prove beneficial in a potential conflict. We would never be able to match the force of Rumbig on equal terms. Therefore, our switch of the military to a smaller, well-equipped and autonomous-led combat units will prove better in the field. Fair point. Yes, it's flat his ego, but I'm doing my best to defend the country. There's nothing I care more than Sordland, which is fair enough. Let's move on to our main topic. Oh, great. The mandatory conscription law has become a matter of discussion that we need to strike a decision or whether to keep it or remove it. The facts are that the conscription gives us a large reservist pool that can cover a large front line, but these troops lack the morale and quality to be offensive elements. This is the last remaining step to switch to a modern professional armed force. Again, I can agree with him. Our restructuring is hindered by 100,000 words. Restructuring is hindered by 100,000 of cadets, extending our logistics, slowing command structure, reducing the combat efficiency of our experienced units. If there are hindrances, we should remove mandatory conscription. Are reservists really damaging to the professional armed forces? Again, I think they are. We need all the resources concentrated on efficient units that will outperform the enemy in our mountainous terrain. The choice is up to you. I thought for a moment of making my decision. I agree. I agree. Mandatory conscription only if we go to war. That's when we need it. Implement it as you wish. A strong knock at the door was heard. Walked in with a frown. What is the meaning of this? Why haven't I been invited? What is going on here? You are overstepping and interrupting a personal meeting with me and the President. Deliberate situation. I see what is going on here. I mean no disrespect. I'm leading the ground operations. I must be informed of any strategic changes. Volkan has a point. There needs to be military needs on the same page as any changes. Well, no, so we'll see what he thinks about conscription. Matter is rather simple from my point of view. Our enforcers have gone large structural changes, changing the operational capabilities and tactics. However, at the end of the day, Rumbig has a larger military, air force and navy. Conscription will fit much needed weaknesses we have. We don't share the opinion the modern age requires a modern army. Throwing bodies at a problem never solved it. The removal. No, I'm content with the decision. That's exactly how we spend our additional remaining funds in the military. You decide to upgrade our equipment of our military. Thanks to the Administration for extensive support, especially creating a modern fighting force. We need decide which branch should get modernised. We want to modernise more. Which branch requires modernisation the most? Speaking the army would be the safest choice, however the air navals would do modernisation too. Which branch should we modernise? I think Air Force, because I think if we fight Rumberg, it's going to be a ground war, not a naval war. Modernise the Air Force. Thank you for your time. That didn't seem as bad as I thought it was going to be. Overview of your panel's been updated. Military. Modernised Air Force. Happy military. Experienced generals. Lack of reservists. Lack of reservists. Okay, but yeah, let's just hope we don't get to war. So, boys to men, not without conscription. As we've removed the country's man conscription requirement, therefore. Okay, they're not happy with it, but I don't care. Radical. The radical like it. Protest organised soldiers from League bravely call for gender parity in the classroom. Fair enough. Here we go. More. 6 operations, local police resulting in the capture of 24 suspected Red Youth members. Hiding in a camp deep in the forest. Okay, let's see what else he's got to read. More in the capital. More newspapers to read. The economy's not going anywhere at all. But anyway. Yes, basically, if we fight Rumberg, here, where's Rumberg? We fight Rumberg, ain't going to be a naval war, is it? We fight them, it's going to be a ground war, so we need to have air superiority. That's what I reckon anyway, if that is another thing. Yep. Group led by representatives of Sordland, we just read that in the paper. Fair enough. What's going on here? Police red on young swords. Members were arrested gathering a local pub. The death of 2 young sword members after a gunfight broke out. Blimey. Nope, I don't want to go there, don't I? Minister of the Economy, yeah, just look how bad that is. The team gathered in Hull the Ministry of the Economy to conduct economic review to go over the current situation. The building was constructed in 1892 by Herrenault, one of the, if not the most famous architects in Sordland. Simple, elegant, signature domes spread out over the roof. Walking through the large bronze doors, I was led by 2 assistants upstairs into the meeting room. Everyone stood up as I entered the room, buttoning their suit jackets. Here we've got him, Gus Manga. Okay, I'm not sure. I can't remember what these people are. Welcome, Mr. President. It's good to be here. Be cordial with everybody. As you'll know, we'll go over economic status. Let's begin without any further ado. I agree. How are we doing in terms of infrastructure? The first months have positive indicators, but the delay of the infrastructure budget reverse economic gains, that's a blow. May find out putting his finger on his chin. Yeah, I agree with you. Why couldn't we solve the H3 highway construction issues? The National Business Council isn't happy with the lack of tangible economic improvements at all. I expect a better performance than all of us. Our first investment was meant to be a good first step in the overall plan. Focusing on future investments is better as more opportunities are surely on the horizon. I expected a better performance from all of us. Our first investment was meant to be a good first step in the overall plan. Surely there is still a way to finish what we have begun. Basically, we need a cash injection in the economy. Our trade with our other countries increased slightly below our expected growth rate due to failed negotiations. Yeah, that's my fault for walking out of Agnolia, but they were being awkward. Unfortunate, really, I agree. The responsibility falls on me. We don't know the control there's enough. We should have prepared better for the deal. Yeah, I'm not taking the blame. On a side note, consumer spending has decreased further due to the pessimistic mood caused by the issues in our economy. That is discouraging. That is discouraging, as we did the best. Let's be confident. Good to hear. We will do better. Well, I agree that our first attempts were not successful. We still might have economic opportunities left. Patience, people expected quick solutions. We are running out of time. Sadly, our budget reserves don't look good. Yeah, they don't look good at all. We can increase the budget we have. We need to look into whatever we can to increase the budget we have. What can we do about it? I formulate a plan, present you the next steps. To be lingering, yep. No matter what the cost we have to increase our economic development rates, otherwise I'm sad to say we will be doomed. We need to use the opportunity. We are showing trade deals and infrastructure improvements always help. I would be very good. If glass, put them on the table and look straight at me and no, this is not. I don't like where this is going. Now, you already know this, and I don't want to lie to you, but if we're unable to stop this recession, we're heading towards an economic catastrophe that has never been seen before in Sordland. Not in the entire eastern Macopia. Oh, this guy's like, the war's going to end, this bloke is. I don't even begin to imagine how we could survive that. None of us wants to see soldiers people starve while the state is allowed to provide for its citizens. Then we need to get to work. Exactly. Took put on his glasses. Now, to help with this session, there are a few possibilities I want to outline. We might be in debt, but it doesn't change the fact we need to increase our economic development. So there's a potential to take additional debt to flatten the curve. I've prepared a few project proposals. There are two main distinctions between these projects. It's either about continuing our infrastructure improvements or investing in increasing production. If we continue on our infrastructure, that would lift us up to advanced country levels. However, industrial production suffered and also needs a boost to return to pre-recession levels. There is, of course, the option not to take any risk related to the budget. Plans for these projects will be finalised soon. For now, I can provide preliminary information. Which one would you like to hear first? Let's hear about the infrastructure. We have two main projects. One is Benfey International Airport and the other is Morna Port. Benfey is growing at a rapid pace and will benefit highly from an international airport. Much more money to be made there too. The Morna Port will boost trade and improve the flow of goods towards Holstord because the Colmar port is too small in capacity and the extension is blocked by the Navy headquarters. Morna will be a more significant city with a port and advanced logistical connections to Holstord would be better suited. Dude, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. There is Benfey. I wish I could see Benfey. Hang on. Where's Morna? So Benfey's down here, isn't it? Benfey's there. Benfey's all the way down there. On the borders with Lesbia. Where's Morna? Where's Morna Port? I can't even see that. If you let me see that's Conviat. Morna there. That's a tough one, that. I don't know. I honestly don't know which way to go on this one. I don't know. I don't know. Let's go with Benfey. After developing the much gain from increasing connectivity to the world, imagine all the tourists that would arrive. We must focus on improving the well-being of our working citizens. And Morna is no poor city. It very well deserves investment. What other projects that could boost our... We have two projects. One is a Sana agricultural zone. The other is a Convert industrial city. I see the Sana is investment in a high part due to the fact that farms in Bergia industrial city project has potential to increase manufacturing at Greater Holstord region by a large amount. Oh crap! I didn't mean to press that. The developer sit low potential while Sarna and Burger regions are lackluster. I didn't mean to press that. That goes to projects for today. Do I? Let's see, his health is improving past election as losses in capacity pre-election levels. But these are nerves about lack of tangible economic improvements in the country. Cause important to drop. Okay. Yep, see ya. Bye. Yeah, I made a... okay, let's have a quick look at around before I go to tackle that. What was about... yeah. They're heading for a war with Vagsland, they are. They're heading for a bust up that power, which is going to drag the rest of us in. Housewives march to defend soldiers Drush and Enrica. Countermarch. They're traditionalists, a whole sword are old school, they're traditionalists. Okay, Sordland today. Yep, so I made a mistake going with them because they quite frankly aren't delivering. That's too like that. Our only hope is that the new hire will finish in the next decade or two before we get too old to bedridden. I do like that, it was radical. Protesters beaten by police. Delays, construction. We are unsure why. Yeah, I made a mistake on that one. Geopolitical Operation Bear Trap begins. Declared Operation Bear Trap. Yep. Increasing tensions. Yeah, they're heading for war there, without a shadow of a doubt. Agnolia, Vagsland, that's not going to end well. 2 aircraft carriers. Okay. Yeah, they're heading for an argument, which is not going to be good for any of us because it'll drag them in. Let's have a look down here. Ports indicate the polio outbreak in Welland. It's been moving towards Sordland. Okay, that's not good. Okay, so we've got problems at all sides of us. That's going to give us trouble down there from internal... yes, I've not... oh, I like the flags. I've not had a proper look at that yet. Oh, that's nice. What their flag look like. So I'm distracting myself here. Interesting. Yeah. So I'm distracting myself here. Pro-bloodish protest. Reports large students. Student put under control. Update. Water construction. Fish delayed for a week. Parliament state blaming strikes for delay. Yeah, that's a mistake. I made a mistake on that one. The game. Let's see if the game's let me do anything about it now. Okay, read the report at profit effort. Education is going well on track to meet the targets. That's going well. Doing something right. The economy's getting worse. I've just noticed that. 4 bold proposals, each aim to solve. Alright, so we want. So what am I doing? So I want to go. I've got budget, international airport, Benfey. Budget decreased. I press again. I did that wrong. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that, did I really? Allocation of healthcare. I didn't want to do that. I thought it would let me look. I've just oh dear. Anyway, we've done it now. Polio. One of the headlines: polio crisis. Before I thought we'd have a couple of knocks. Pascal entered, followed by Lucien. Minister of Health. Mr. President, it's time for a scheduled healthcare meeting. Well, let's begin. Pascal produced documents from his suitcase and put them on the table. I was reading. Troubling news from Welland, Mr. President. The meeting with our top scientists on the matter of public seems to be spreading. What are we doing to prepare? I agree. What are we doing? We have notified all our healthcare staff, especially ones close to Welland Board. Unfortunately, we lack equipment and staff. I was told by researchers that our current infection rate will see millions of people affected by polio. Fantastic. We need to get, yeah, I doubt it's that serious yet. Regardless, back to topic. I went through the documents, didn't say anything for a whole minute. Yeah, I'm bored as you are, mate. In general, the ministry is somewhat content with the budget. Decision was made, at least we didn't get a cut. But I'm still happy the administration continues to support healthcare. Working fine out core investment. We will have to make do with what we have. I want utility solutions in healthcare. We need funds, bring in investments. Selling unused ministry property. Some extra taxes. It might not go against our search for market economy. Yeah, that is a kind of hot topic in the UK. Privatisation of government services. Aside from creating additional funds, there's a long-term problem with privatisation of countries like Sordland. We need the money. We need the economy. Look at that. Yeah, the economy's going down the pan. We're in debt, so I'm afraid. I kind of do agree with Lucian that you kind of things like need to be under state control. However, we need the money. To be fair, if I could take care of itself. Yeah, again, kind of living in the UK, I help the NHS is free for all, free at the point of contact. Again, I agree with that. Healthcare, state control, Organisation of the private sector invest and buy government's health properties. I don't know what to do. We need the money, but by the same breath, it's about kind of, yeah, I don't know. I agree with what Lucian's saying. I actually do agree with Lucian's saying. That kind of, yeah, in the UK at the moment, we've got the NHS obviously, which is free at the point of contact, but you are getting increasing private sector healthcare choices coming up, which is increasing, allowing, if you can afford it, you can go private, and it's a hot topic in the UK. And you are starting to get private investment within the NHS, and it is again a hot topic. But I do believe in it, free at the point of contact. I don't know what to do. We need the money, but at the same time, I'm going on that one. I've just gone against everything I've just said. Although we need the money, we can't, for me, we've got to keep it free at the point of contact, public hands. Yeah. Just missed an investment opportunity there, but what can we do? What are they saying? It's making some domestic racism left around the country seems to have no limits, especially when it comes to a large amount of our bloodish people. I just can't remember who this guy is and what's his I just can't remember. I literally can't remember. Someone can remind me in the comments. That would be great. Process Angolian government's the process Angolian government's increasing control of the Hajjam's administration. Yeah, that is where the trouble's going to happen. Basically, from reading this newspaper article, Helgeland is obviously mainly Vigelandian, but Agnolia controls it. Yeah, so basically, this appears from that article to be mainly people from over here, but they're controlled by them. That's where the trouble's going to start. The trouble's going to start there, and that's going to give them an excuse to just march in and sort it out. Yeah. Let's go on what's going on down here now. Targets, initiates assaults on targets. Report out Rezekon force are moving north towards Vernon. On their way, many bloody visuals were assaulted. High death toll. I'm glad we didn't get involved in that. It means they are going to come to us, but I'm glad we didn't get involved. Really involved in terms of helping the lunatic that runs that place. I'm not fond who has been appealed to the Court of Appeals today is under review. The lawyer and bloody civil rights activist. Here we go. The lawyer and bloody civil rights activist Ishaval Erson sued the Dire municipality led by Felix Bron for infringement of the constitutional rights and equality before the law. The case several legal treatments of Bloodish and Dyer. Again, I made a mistake. I think I start the game. I made a mistake by changing the election rules, or changing the. I did something in changing the constitutional election rules. Meant that smaller parties got less money, which basically pushed them into extremism. Yeah. I seem to spend most of my recordings going over mistakes I've made in previous recordings. Yeah, that's going the wrong way. Anyway, let's see what's coming on. Talks with upcoming vote. The Constitution nearly complete. Soon we're going to propose an assembly. We desperately need more votes, so therefore I invited Franz. Oh no, this guy again. Upcoming vote and assure. He's the leader of the opposition. He is key to us winning. We met the president official in the evening. He arrived in his signature navy blue suit, proxies, Arcasian chocolates before sitting down on the couch. Thanks you for the gift. Oh, it's nothing, Mr. Rayne. I have to say, I'm surprised by the proposal you've prepared for the new constitution. I do not understand your reasoning behind some of the changes here. What parts don't you understand? I don't know where to begin. You're calling for them. Be realist. This isn't going well already. This president says both realistic, but what demand is not. Saying this, when your partner needs our support in order to make meaningful change, be it a small or great step forward, is a step forward. Yeah, has to their best, and that said, I'm willing to support this bill even though I don't find it sufficient. But I'm not sure what to make of this yet. You're going to pass on reforms just because you don't. Everything. That lead. Basic. I could go, well, that's basically saying you're going to knock back the reforms because he's not got everything in it. Are you mad? That's invited him to ask me to give him something, so I'm not going to give him the opportunity. I think reforms in a tough spot like that, yeah. Tough to persuade your party to support this proposal. To sympathise with you, not only minimise the potential reforms, you are talking spotlight as if. He's jealous because we're going to get the praise for this. I could just accuse him of, yeah, he wants something, so I have nothing else to offer but democracy. I could throw that back at him. That's just basically, that's just basic confrontation. Let's go for this one. I value some democracy more than else, Mr. President. Solely understand. Democracy, I need to trust your agenda. I call it do not. To remove all. Yeah, that's a mistake I made. this is, yeah, the first video sound effect removed all other parts from funding. Your hijack collections from the very start. Yeah, that's a mistake I made right at the start, which I think is coming to bite me all over the place. Yeah, that was a big mistake. That bill has increased your funding, Mr. Richter. Yeah. It was accepted by the Assembly. I only signed it into law. The past is the past. Let's fix the future. Yeah, let's go with that one. It's not that simple, Mr. And you came with a proposal that ignored our demands. On top of it, you're not even acknowledging your mistakes. That's a shame. The one, nothing a check worth $1 million couldn't handle, but I could bribe him. I could give him that's not going to wash with my lot. That's not going to wash. Should I try bribing him? I don't know. That could end badly. Oh no. I don't know what to do. I can try give you a cabinet position. Why would I want to do that? It's just, I don't know what to do. Neither one of these sound palatable. That's asking for trouble, that is. There won't be any deals. If I do that, that's going to rub up the traditionalists completely the wrong way. What we like in the government? Hang on, political overview. Factions, legislature, West. Yeah, if I give him, I just think that's crazy doing that. Mind you, I don't know. We don't need bribery is just asking for trouble. If I don't do any deals, he's not going to back it. There won't be any deals. I see. I can't promise you improving all of my people. It's a tough job indeed. It seems we're not seeing eye to eye. Anyway, shook his hand. He left the room. I don't know if I'd have made a mistake there. Alright, let's see what the news says. Sordland today. If you sense up there, Mr. Rayne's country reform process. This could be an indication the President is truly aiming for democratic reform as opposed to paying lip service. Rejects Rayne's reforms. Then he voted against it. Victor, back the proposals. So basically, they're gonna reject any kind of change at all because it's not the change they want. Idiots. That's just ridiculous. Let's go. What's this saying? So let's read the press release. And that's the party is doing everything in their part to block the constitutional reform. I just monkeys. So they're going to reject the reformer because it's not the reform they want. For bids for the investment project. I'm not using them again. Underhaul construction. Swedish State Corporation. Let's go government. I should have done the first time round. Great, budget's gone down again. Okay. So meeting director of East Unit of Vagland, we gathered with Cara, the Minister of Education. Entire campus is visible from windows. Students reading books, studying, having picnics under trees. Reminiscing out of the past. Yes, we are. That's but it's still fun. Yeah. Old and bitter. You're growing old. We're growing older and bitter. I like this person. I like Cara Wilder. I like her. Yeah, getting old and getting better. Let's not get sidetracked just slightly. I won't start. Some of these conversations are really, really funny. I would start. If you want me to slow down so you can read it, I'm not reading them all off just because I'm not sure you want to just sit listening to me read stuff. When there's difficult supporting the game, but anyway, sorry. Inspire Swedish politics, President uphold the promise of regarding education. And it's a disgrace for letting private interests meddle with. Yeah, again, we need the money though. New private schools are increasing disparity in services. Again, that's, yeah, I kind of do agree with that. Thank you for allowing me to lead our education system in that direction, removing nationalist indoctrination teach. Yep. Needs visual like you to reform to something better. Yes, flatterer. Promising grand Mr. President. He nodded and my bag. And to organise them together. Our minister has prepared necessary framework regarding how to spend our increased educational budget. I've found 3 potential plans. We build new rural schools, improving standards existing ones. We have capacity for one of these. Tell me about the plan to build rural schools. We're listening to many young people in English and literacy. Potential. It's for Keynesian education. These are the 2 big guns, I think. Superpower, yep, that would be the USA of the game, and that would be the Soviet Union of the game. Accordingly. Deserve. To start, at least we need equipment and materials. Many people facing shortages. Restoration. Teachers lack resources, give soldiers youth proper education. Ready to decide. She put the pen, looked at me. Build rural schools. Improve rural education. Isn't that the same though? Build new rural schools. Probably going to increase access to education. Because surely those 2 will kind of. Aren't they one and the not one and the same? But if I do that, and surely that will follow. I'm going to do that. People likely. That's all for now. It's time to discuss her curriculum. She's a rescued woman. Your secretary might want to consider promoting her. Yeah. Okay. We'll meet again. Keep up the good work. That didn't go badly. Okay. Update. Right, so we've got country updates. We've got the economy is pandemic fallout again. Given what's going on with the world right now, that's quite thematic, really. Welfare, accessible rural education. Let's look at the news. Start with the radical inflation effects. Suffering excessive inflation. Alright, that's not great as was before. Okay. Yep, that was always going to happen. Feed salt to Swedish border. People bloody attempt to flee the conflict across the border into Sordland. Increasing complex. Yep, that's always. He's going to push the minorities into Sordland basically. New mega project at the airport. Okay. Now what? Read inflation crisis. Economy's got even worse. That's just not good. Second business commitment. Okay. The economy's going down the pan. That's just how much worse could it get? A meeting where they discuss curriculums. Meet at the front gate. I think is art division. Above entrance. Education is the premise of progress in all sides of fair enough. Macau as assistant, she led me to the meeting room. My hand. Good afternoon, Mr. President. Good afternoon. He's well underway. There's one sticking point. Evolution versus. Oh, jeez. That is not even a conversation. It's not even a conversation, that. Yeah, I agree. Evolution is an idea that ought to be banned. It's dangerous. Teaching, I don't agree with teaching our children superstars for nonsense like creativism. Let's do that. Go on. Here, I agree. Kept me away. Welcome, Mrs. Welder. We're discussing curriculum. Anyway, let's hear them. I'm convinced we should require mandatory teaching of evolution so public yeah, if you want children from worlds to have the same opportunities as urban counterparts, this is the way. Mine's reducing the role of religion in schools. I agree. Considerations you thought about. Go on, what you've got to say. If we're not to alienate our real conservative voter base, we have a lot to their support, forcing schools to district evolution and repair damage outstanding with them. I don't care. Or moving criticism in their curriculum yet. Schools to promote fundamental and yes, sexist tactics from thousands of years back. I agree. If it works, why not? Look at analysis. Clearly, supervisors are doing something right. You speak as if we don't import any influence from other countries. And simply taught alongside evolution, Carl, you said you could live with that. Evolution is the way forward. I'm doing it. Probably the wrong thing to do, but I don't care. Said, I think is. You. I will make creating mandatory, but schools may promote creating as long as if they wish. But if they do that, they're just going to pay. The way the economy's going, the budget's going, I don't think I'm going to make it to the next election anyway. So, Suzerain will be banned and only evolution will be taught in schools. Let's do it. Go on, let's live dangerously. Let's get going. See, this won't do as well. Things are important, like ideals. Seconds. After that. Yep. Okay. Let's see what the newspapers say about that then. Nationalise the big four now. Post film believes that President should come down to nationalism for all sake, big, including privatisation, fully private Hartland and Burger Steel. Prevent price gouging and prevent seals like Marcel Conte from consolidating their power. Overblown rights case appealed. Missed presence in systematic race in the region of Bergia. Unknown Chief Walker. Yeah. President leader propose law that make only soldiers only languages. Oh, yeah. Day of dissension. New day of places. Sordland today. The future of Sordland. Full corporation would do disaster for their country. Radical. Big win for sciences removes. Isn't that like the second time that the radicals like something I've done? We can hit the continue button. Okay, let's have a quick look what's going on here. Head teacher resigns. So longer 8 to 12 members resigned in protest. Refilled in nearby region. Resigning protest. Following teachers, principal from various schools of benefit also left their jobs. Refilled in nearby regions. Alright, so the teachers didn't like it, but I don't care. They suffer from economic recession, employment spiking. Okay, the economy's gone down the pan, we know that. What's going on over here? Mix it thing. It says that we went a long way towards neutralising bloody threat. All hard that's been. Yep, so that kind of. Let's go up here now. Anything to lead up there. Increase everyone to Her result isn't provided government with various programs to do to overall increase in entrepreneurship in the region, so that's kind of gone down well. What's one less to do before we hit continue? It's program aimed to unify education on the language. I do not agree with that at all in the slightest. Right, let's hit continue. Let's look at this. Evolutionary education. Right, let's hit continue. Right. Let's proceed to the next turn. We're going 15 minutes. Proceed to the next turn. And victims of change. Victim of changes. Okay. That fills with a slight trepidation. Oh, I forgot I had a cup of tea and it's gone cold. Ugh. Nothing worse than cold tea. Right, let's have a quick scout about what to look at. Let's see what you want, what you're saying. BFF recruitment. Seeking to recruit militants to fight for the BFF. Yeah, the fallout from down here is going to affect Bergia, something chronic. That's going to be a long chat. Let's have a look at the newspapers. Radical. So being, yep. Awareness. Yeah, so basically, Vaglish man shot after burning a Gregorian flag. Started the governor who was appointed. So that's there. Started against the governor. Supported. Vaglish protesters assembled in front of the government office in Hedgeland waving Vaglandian flags. Photographs as he climbed the flagpole, the governor supported the Agnolian flag. He was shot by Agnolian authorities of the island and attempted to burn the flag with gasoline. Immediately, that is not going to end well. Right, what's this conversation? That is about a call from Marcel Conti. Tell you what, I'm going to hold that pleasurable conversation till the next time, because that's going to be one that's going to ask me. That's going to be a long one. That's going to want me to make difficult decisions, which I'm not prepared to do now because we've been going nearly an hour. So I'm just going to go over here. I hope you enjoyed that. I don't think it's going very well. The economy's going down the pan. I don't think I'm getting anything right so far. Anyway, let me know what you guys have experienced, how you guys have got on. If you've survived as long as I've survived, because I'm surprised I've survived this long. But anyway, hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks very much, bye.